say here, Hodrix, it's still not an impressive win that I was hoping for, but it would be enough to escape the bottom three.
I don't care, dude. I mean, a win's a win. Thank goodness. Oh, I was sweating bullets. I was getting a lot of flashbacks of Alpha 7 not making it to the finals. I was like, there's no way Tianba doesn't. Yeah, 17 points, that's going to be good enough, right? For sure, to at least put them in the survival stage. And at the last second, I mean, we only got one game left to go, and this last game is always so chaotic because so many teams are desperate, right? So for Tianba to get it done in the second to last game, clutch.
I mean, really, as you said, teams are getting very desperate. ETSH got a lot of eliminations early games.
Yeah.
On the side of TT Project, they're all farming it. And I was like, Tianba, it's your time to really step up and get something done, which they did. Again, I think gameplay-wise is not the most impressive, but a win is a win, Hodrix. I cannot argue with that logic. But here you can look at the terrain. SGG was struggling, losing a lot of their forces in the process, down to just HamCG. And he almost got it, right? That jump shot trying to escape from the blue zone, but unfortunately, Eagle went caca and got it done. I was waiting for that.
There we go.
But going back to Tianba, I mean, yeah, a win's a win. The points, it's something that they definitely needed to stay off those bottom three. And I can't wait to see what those bottom three are going to be looking like. And for some reason, you have been missing out when we talked about the format. Let me give you a quick little format reminder as we are going to be heading into the final game of Group B for PMWC at EWC 26. Top 5 will go directly to the finals. Bottom 3, Krish, Keys, Crush. And in between, everybody gets a chance to go to survival, which it's not going to be tomorrow. It's going to be the day after that. So make sure you guys put that on your calendar. And for some of those squads, what are we expecting to see, Hot Jukes, out of this squads? You're saying we're pretty much expecting no pressure on them because they have to go take it.
Yeah, I mean, this is the last game, right? One game left to put yourself in the finals. You really have to do so because there are some serious squads going to that survival stage. I mean, yeah, Tianba, rough day or rough 2 days, right? But we know what they can do. Come survival stage, they could look like an entire new monster. So S2G, it's so good to see them right there. I think there's a lot of weight on their shoulders, but you got to be able to get the clutch done. That's what it's all about. You got to adapt.
Yeah, for SGG, we need to see them possibly end up coming out with the win. I would love to take a look at the overall just to see how close everything is, because today we have seen everything between these teams. I mean, it's been crazy how much the leaderboard has been changing. This bunch of points has been going all over the place, and there you go. Now we actually get a chance to see the overall, and you can tell from 7th place all the way to 2nd place, it's just 10 points that separate the squads.
Oh my goodness, 1 point difference between like esports and just below them S2G that's been having the comeback of the years so far without a single chicken dinner, pulling kind of a 4th thrives at this point. But they got so many strong finishes, right? Rondo, 2nd place, going into a wrangle. They got a 2nd place, they got a podium. And right here in this game, they get themselves another 2nd place. But I do agree. I feel like we need to see a win if they want to comfortably make it in, because do keep in mind, they got no chicken dinners. If it ends in a tie, Godlike or Horror Esports would end up overtaking S2G's spot.
No, it's true. And we have seen multiple ties like this all day long. I think we had one between Arena and Horror. We had it between now Godlike and Horror as well. There's been so many ties in the top 5. You absolutely need to get that win under your belt. And S2G, luckily for them, they are a Miramar squad typically. So this last game being a Miramar is exactly what they need.
And here on the bottom 3, you can tell TT Project, ETSH only being separated by just 1 point. Dopeness, Hustler Crew. I mean, Hustler Crew, I'm sorry that I'm going to be saying this, but we just haven't seen a single damn thing about you today. I think they ended up maybe getting a total of 14 points, if I'm not mistaken, after this 4 matches. So I don't expect them to do much. But for Dopeness, for ETSH Esports, they are within that striking distance to TT Project, Hot Jukes. Just 1 point can push them outside of just going home and staying a little bit longer here at PMWC at EWC 26.
And that little bit longer is so critical, right? Because you're going to have a whole fresh start to just make it into that top 6. But right now, this is the time, guys. You got to be able to lock it down. The one thing I really worry about when it comes to these kind of situations is a lot of teams get into their own head. They're thinking, man, I just got to get 1 point. Maybe we just play super passive, do something different here. And that's not what got them here in the first place. So you have to just wipe off that anxiety, stay calm, stay collected, play the game you know that you could do, and make the best plays possible and make it to that next stage.
And if any team's going to do it, honestly, you know, talking about that mentality, talking about that pressure, it's going to be Nongshim. They're fallen out of the top 5. But I will tell you what, They are the one team in all of this lobby that I really feel will not crack under pressure. Hello.
While you guys were talking, I had that graphic up. I was able to find none other than Killer Joe from Go Gaming, a team that was able to get 8th place in Group A. Killer Joe, you're currently getting a chance to watch all the teams here at Group B. You're going to be going to Survival. What has surprised you besides Vitality?
Vitality, give him a trophy now.
No, not yet. You still have a fighting chance. Come on. Last year at PMWC, we actually got a chance to see the winning team come out of Survival. It could end up happening again here. What are you guys going to be looking to change, if anything, going into Survival? Because it is going to be top 6. Moving on.
We will change maybe more practice, more changing like positions of the game. Obviously, we have big problems. It's the first because we just no focus, but trying to fight to get consistent. See you guys at the finals, I hope.
You got a chance to play Group A. You're getting a chance to see here Group B. There's been a lot of questions between everybody saying, which one is the group of death, okay? I want you to look at that camera and tell me which one is the group of death. Group A and Group B, and why?
Only Group A, because Vitality is crash everyone. It's like above by one head of different team. I don't know, maybe it's I don't know how to explain this this game. Maybe they play by fun.
They're just playing on a completely different level. That's what's currently going on with Vitality. Even when they're slowing down here in the second day, they're still out fragging everybody else. Thank you, Killer Joe from GOAT Team. I can't wait to see what you guys are going to be doing in Survival. Hopefully there's going to be a lot of changes. Top 6, I think it's doable. But let's see what Barney and Luti are currently up to.
So. This is the thing, right? For those of you at home who are watching this incredible event, you may not be feeling the atmosphere here at PMWC, but we do have quite a bit of crowd presence. And before we go into our final match of Group B, let's test it out, shall we? Alpha 7, Fasan Barulho!
Not like it, I prepare here, bro. All right, sport. One more game. It's now for Nepal. It is now.
We saved the best till last. Good luck. Let me hear you roar. Absolutely electric here to close out this group, to close the group stages. Group B now with their last opportunity to put points on the board and to make history, to jump forwards into the finals or to get through to the survival stage.
I think the most incredible thing is just the fans that we have here with us during both Group A and Group B. Dude, we're not even in the finals yet, and there's such representation for multiple teams across the board. However, there are some teams that we do need to focus in on. We've got Wolves, Dopeners, TT Project. We've got a lot of squads that are on the cusp of getting through and into the survival stage right now, or losing it all and going home right here in Group B. TT Project filled with some fantastic players, some fantastic veterans as well of the game. But still have a little bit further to go now.
If they close it down now, they would be in, but it's just so... I got that right? TT Project, they're in, I believe. I'll have to double check on the tables when they pop up. But yeah, it's very, very close around that bubble. A lot of teams could change things around. For Etch, it feels like they have been sort of in and out, but not really showing us anything. And I think it's the same for TT Project, right? It's been these sort of always a team that's like, well, they could do quite well, but they're just not. They're just not quite there yet. So they got one more chance to get there and give themselves that opportunity in the survival stage.
And to do that, we have one last man coming right at you very, very shortly. All our players getting ready to go now to jump into game. 5 seconds away from the conclusion of Group B here in map number 6, John.
Oh, we're right at the end of the road now. There is no other opportunity to make your mark here in the group stages. Over Miramar for the last time, and maybe for once, Blank, we are on for a kinder plain path than we've seen before. It looks like it's going fairly close from the southwest side. Oh, okay, yeah. So actually a lot kinder than the most we have seen from the Middle West over towards Campo Militar and sending across the north side a little bit on this one, but very accessible to the majority of this map.
Yeah, it's actually quite a nice playing path here because you're going to be able to get over towards all the vehicles on the eastern coast here, wrap back down towards Impala Puerto Paraiso if you need to go that way. El Pozo's open immediately, as is Montenuevo, Power Grip, Picado, San Martin. There's lots of things you can do with this one. So I think a lot of teams are going to have a bit of an easier time going forward. We still haven't changed our top players. They're all in Team Vitality. That's never going to change at all. Neither is the damage numbers. Okay.
Well, it might go up.
It might go up, but yeah, it's the players are not changing. Vitality has just had an absolute field day here in Group B, and we do have to congratulate them again. This has been a wonderful performance. We are going back to the past once again. BTR, when they were just so strong, but we're bringing the modern era of Indonesia. It's good to see, and that Indo pride is back in full force. We are heading over towards El Azahar right now. S2G get themselves a central position. Last time they fought out from El Azahar to get a better spot down towards the circle in Chumacera. We're able to get a second place off the back of this one. This time around, they don't have to move half as far at all. So let's see what S2G can do. Can they get back up into that top 5? Because right now, Godlike are beating them by 1 point.
And they are also right next door to them as well, in that central location in the map. Godlike west of El Azahar right now, looking to try and keep themselves in the top 5. They are our bubble team right now, tied with Horror, but losing that tiebreaker as it stands. On placement points alone, I believe, is the tiebreaker between these two rosters, both with a chicken dinner under their belt. And Horror have to move from La Cobraria. It's a fairly accessible rotate, but still pretty fraught with danger, especially given that there's actually 2 teams up on the northeast side near Torre Hamada, near Campo Militar. So maybe they're going to need to try and find a lucky spin over towards the circle, just like you guys can find a lucky spin in game right now. Make sure you're heading into the game to draw for an exclusive set for the PMWC, making sure you're looking fine, fresh, and ready for battle, as many of our players are today and for the rest of this tournament. Back on board with TT Project split near Chumacera. They are again in the hot seat when it comes to elimination.
It's a very, very fun final map. Here we have 1.6 between 6th and 5th, and 1.6 between 13th and 14th. One of those is a little bit more consequential than the others, because one means you go to the finals or survival stage. One means you go to survival stage or you go home. And I think right now, if I was TT Project, I'd be looking to try and get some more consistent points on the board. It's a difficult thing to try and figure out at the end of the day of whether to try and play aggressive, try and get a lot of points early and risk going out and opening up that door for other teams underneath you. But I think the best you can do is just try and play with consistency going into these final games. Very, very difficult to do. And honestly, with some of the strong teams that are going to be in your path over towards that northeast side for TT Project, I think playing a slow game is maybe the better decision.
A couple of points can be make or break, but there is always that flip side of like, well, what if Dopeness just pull out a 20 Elim chicken dinner out of nowhere, right? Maybe we should have done a little bit more to try and stop them, but I don't think you can trade on that. When you have so many teams in the mix, I think you're definitely right. That's a nice little pickup for Godlike, though. Not so nice for Hustler Crew, but like the Death said, we really haven't seen anything from them during these group stages. But it's brilliant news for Godlike to just get a little bit further ahead of Horror and break that tie, put themselves up in 4th now.
Yeah, I'm putting Horror in the hot seat versus S2G. Like I say, Horror moving across from La Cobraria, they can get a pretty early rotate over. They may have to contend with Vitality in the near future, though, and that is a terrifying prospect. But for Godlike, actually, I don't mind what they're going for. If they swung back in towards Impala and tried to finish off Hustler Crew, I mean, it's cheeky, but it does work. And it would be a way to guarantee some elimination points. I mean, like you say, Hustler Crew, since those finals, the first 2 days of finals of Western Europe, we just have not really seen anything else from this team.
I mean, I'm just slightly perplexed as to why Godlike did leave right in the middle of the circle and go to Los Leones, given where the circle did pop. Because if you remember, they dropped next to S2G. So it is a big flex out. It's looting time, I guess, down in Los Leones, and that's where they want to go. That's where they are going to earn a point for it. You said you didn't mind if they were going to flex back to Impala. I feel like they could have committed to Impala potentially, but no. And now Los Leones looting up on the northern side. Horror are making their way in past water treatment.
Well, forgot that they've already cleared out one player from Hustler Crew. They know the team they're going up against as well, so honestly, they could just swing back over towards the eastern coast, know that they might run back into Hustler Crew at some point in the future, feel fairly confident about winning that fight versus them, which is an extra 3 points in their bag, but also more space on the map. Tiamba getting very, very close to dopeness here. This could be the end for one. Tiamba on top right now. Matika underneath. Speaker on his way.
Spot one. QZ with the shots, but not quite connecting there. That high ground is available. He's got the Mini 14 as well. Tiamba, with the chicken dinner that they were able to find in the match just previous, are now a lot safer ahead of that bubble. Currently 13 points ahead of 13th place. And for multiple teams to be able to jump that gap, it's going to take something quite big to make that one happen. So for Tiamba, I think they certainly are going to want to play this one slow.
Terrible spot to play with right now. Eagle, oh, it's just too easy. A couple of shots could ring out. The M249 tears through Matika. For Tiamba, any extra points is nice, but already two of our teams at risk of going home right now have lost one player. We always say how hard Miramar gets when you lose players in those first 10 minutes of the game. A lot of times you can't take the same angles you wanted before. For dopeness, they're sat out in the open. Even though going against Godlike, they lose one. A piece, really.
Nobody is close enough to really go for this fight. Both teams now are going to have to send in, and TT Project are pushing in from the southwest side past Los Leones. An immediate response coming through, and Godlike will be first on the scene. That you can get the res here, and it looks like a no commitment from Ida. They're going to give up on that one. They know what is at stake, and another point for Godlike sees them one step closer, and taking a player away from Ida is a great result for them. It's a target team. They can push past very easily.
You know what I do like? I like that we had the camera on S-Power. My guy is smiling. He's having a good time in these games. I mean, for Godlike, they have a great opportunity right now to sit themselves up towards that top 5, go straight towards the finals. I mean, it is quite an awesome turnaround, seeing OG as well as Godlike up there representing. I took 1 year to do it as well. It's kind of mind-boggling, honestly, but fair play. Fantastic stuff. It has just been clutch after clutch, play after play. I can't respect it enough. Anyway, we are moving down towards the south side. Ida, like you say, they just gave up on it in preference of a better spot inside the circle as a 3-man, which is tough. Wolves, they're not out of the woods just yet. They're on 41 points. But with both Dopeness and Hustler Crew going down to 3 players, I think Wolves are a little bit more set than we might expect.
Etch, the most flexible team in terms of trying to get through. Unfortunately for Etch, they have all 4 of their players up on the north side behind Vitality, who, as we know, are really good at this video game and will make it very, very